She want Gucci.
She keeps on eyeing me, inspiring me, wanna wine on me, deny me. She's all on me, cause she's not green and she wants my cheese, yeah. She said she was too old, no beard, I think I'm wrong. She left me in the cold, that's when she has to go.
I'm good luck.
I'm good luck, I'm good luck, I'm good luck, I'm good luck, I'm good luck. You stood by me, I'm good luck, I'm good luck, I'm good luck.
Hey y'all, we are back. We are tuning in with Langie, and I'm just excited always to be back with another vlog for the people, you know. So there's a lot going on in the world right now, let me tell y'all. So it is graduation season. Well, it kind of passed already. Graduation season is kind of almost over. I know some people still have June graduations and things of that nature, but I am super excited as a recent graduate of the University at Albany. And shout out to my purple and gold people. We finally did it, to the class of 2019. Congratulations to everyone. So we're here today to talk about tips and tricks to you know, just surviving after undergrad. First things always is what's next. Everyone always has that question. You know, you come back home or even back at school, day of graduation, everybody's like, so what's next? Like, what are you doing? Getting a master's, PhD, medical degree, you know? And that can be a lot of pressure on an undergraduate. So we're going to talk about how to maneuver a stress-free or stressless, because it's difficult to be stress-free at least 100%, but a stressless transition from undergrad into work life, graduate school, whatever the case may be. So I just have only five simple tips that's gonna help us all get through this tough time. Number one, how to approach that big question, what's next? I know before I even graduated, there were so many people who were just like, oh, so like, what are you doing after you graduate? I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing for graduation yet. Like, at that point in time, I didn't have no fits, no shoes, nothing was put together. And it's kind of frustrating because if you haven't, you know, applied to a grad school and have like an actual set plan, it can be very, very, very difficult when family or even friends, because I have been a culprit and a victim of this situation, they're coming to you asking you 5 million one questions about, okay, you got your degree now, how are you about to put it to work? So my recommendation to all of you wonderful people out here who are recent graduates is to do you, boo-boo. And what that really means is when that question comes up of what's next, whether you have a plan or not, always remember that it is your choice of what you want to do next. I know for me personally, my family really wanted me to go straight into a master's program, and I didn't feel prepared to get into school again. I do have intentions of going back to school in the fall of 2020, but I knew that I needed some time to let my brain and my body just relax and detox from the stress of college. It is very, very, very tasking on your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional health. So if you're one of the people who, you know, may not have a master plan written out, set in stone of what's next, remember that at the end of the day, whatever you choose to do is your choice, and you don't have to feel pressured to do anything that you may not want to do. Número dos. So we know that graduation season is a pretty penny. Like, this sugar honey iced tea ain't sweet. And I really encourage you to start a budget. You know, we coming out of college, not a lot of us may have, you know, considered a lot of financial saving mechanisms and budgeting mechanisms, especially if you don't have a consistent income when you're in college. It may be a little difficult to set a budget of what your expenses are, what you're spending, what you're saving. All of those things might have been difficult for you to do when you're in college because you're trying to live your best life and have some fun. So my recommendation would be to start a budget, start saving, you know, build your credit. Make sure you take accountability and find out how many loans do you owe back to your school, the state, the government, however, whomever, and figure out the different interest rates that they have, because that is going to be essential. People be paying loans for their whole entire lives. You don't want to be one of those people. A couple of apps that I personally use and, you know, I think that are super great. One, I actually just started using it like 2 days ago. It's called Mint, but you can connect it to your cellular device, and you can connect it to your bank account, and you'll be able to create a budget. Whenever you step out of line and make a purchase that is outside of your budget, based on the, you know, records that it's showing from your bank account, the app will send you a notification like, what you doing, boo-boo? You wasn't supposed to buy that. Like, remember to stay within your means. Personally, also I use Digit, which is an auto saving app. It gives a 1% increase bonus type of thing every 90 days, which is pretty cool. We know that some saving accounts only give their bonuses on an annual basis, so the 90 days things is, you know, pretty good. And it'll auto save based on your spending. I'll put a link in the description, and also my referral code if you're interested in downloading these apps. And I know that they're pretty dope in terms of trying to money manage. And number 3, another thing is finding your purpose. You know, like I said in the beginning, a lot of people are asking you questions about what's next, what do you want to do. Utilize the time that you have after your years in college to really figure out who you are. Some of us may have found that out while we were in college, some of us haven't, but please, you know, pretty please, spend some time with yourself, learning what you love without any titles, without any social media, without any influences from other people. You alone, nature, however you want it to be, need to learn what is best for you to do in your life. I know that for me, I'm still figuring it out. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But, you know, I have a journal that I consistently like to write in. And, you know, sometimes I'll ask myself daily questions like, what are the ills in the world that you want to solve? I'm figuring it out, but I know that you all have the power and the capability of figuring out it as well, what your plans are and what you want to do. So do that. Number 4. Here's another tip for your head top. Here's another tip for you all. I would recommend, highly recommend, to get out there and go to networking events. Just because you graduated doesn't mean that you don't need to continue to build on your network. I know a lot of people who are entrepreneurs, business people who are interested in a large variety of different topics and subjects, and you want to get yourself connected to the people who are in your area. You want to be that main B word. I ain't gonna say it because I stopped saying that word a long time ago. But you want to be that main boss, that main boss. People want to hear your name and it rings bells. Rings bells. You feel me? So get out there, network, go on Eventbrite, see what events are coming up in your area. Reach out to your university and see if there's any events approaching through the alumni association. You know, network with young people, old people, all types of people, all different colors, white, blue, brown, black, all that. You know, you want to be able to get yourself out there and really take advantage of the time that you have. And now number 5, last but definitely not least, I'm telling y'all, I am telling y'all, get a hobby. Did y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? No? Get a hobby. Get a hobby, something that you do on a consistent basis that's fun for you, whether it's going to the gym, singing, playing an instrument, whatever it is. You want to get a hobby. Like, you don't want to be bored doing nothing. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, boo-boo. So what I'm recommending that you do, and what I'm saying, and what I'm hearing people saying, is get a hobby. Get out there, do something fun, you know, learn how to play the piano, sing a little bit, little vocals on the track, because that is really gonna be another way that's gonna help you discover yourself. It's gonna help you build character and just get out your comfort zone and do something new. All right, so just to recap, if you want to know and you don't remember what the 5 tips I just said was, you're gonna go right in the description box and I'll leave them right there so that you all can see. I'll also be posting them on my social media page at Black Girl Joy with 2 underscores, so that you all can see some of these tips and tricks to maintain your life after undergrad. Now, I wish you all success in your journeys and your endeavors. If you have questions, comments, and concerns, leave them down in the comment section. Once and again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell, because now that I'm back, I'm coming back with the heat. Period, poo. Mic drop. Checking out.